Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, with some great news. Okay, this is absolutely awesome. Ken Paxton strikes again. I am really hoping that in the next Trump administration, Ken Paxton becomes the Attorney General of the U.S. because as the Attorney General of Texas, he has done such a phenomenal job that rhinos and Democrats worked in concert to try to take him out. That's how good this guy is. And he has filed lawsuits about elections. He's filed lawsuits about Pfizer. And now this one. And this is one involving the censorship complex. And this is on the heels of Missouri versus Biden, where we have seen powerful government officials being deposed, actually having to go on record, and a judge who will not let them get away with not being deposed, even though it's inconvenient to them. So I'm going to pull up the press release here, but the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, is suing the U.S. State Department for conspiring to censor American media companies. These American media, he filed this in conjunction with the Federalist and the Daily Wire. And they are suing the U.S. Department of State, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, and other government officials for engaging in a conspiracy to censor, deplatform, and demonetize American media outlets disfavored by the federal government. So currently, these media outlets, conservative media outlets, are disfavored. They fall, the government doesn't like them. The Biden regime doesn't like them. So what they're doing is they're working in concert to actually deplatform and demonetize these people. Through its Global Engagement Center, the State Department actively intervened in the news media market to limit the reach and business viability of domestic news organizations by funding censorship technology and private censorship enterprises. Congress authorized creation of the Global Engagement Center expressly to counter foreign propaganda and misinformation. Instead, the agency weaponized this authority to violate the First Amendment rights of and suppress Americans' constitutionally protected speech. The complaint describes the State Department's project as one of the most egregious government operations to censor the American people in the history of the nation. I am proud to lead the fight to save Americans' precious constitutional rights from Joe Biden and his tyrannical federal government, said Attorney General Ken Paxton. The State Department's mission to obliterate the First Amendment is completely un-American. This agency will not get away with their illegal campaign to silence citizens with publications they disagree with. So we're at a point where all the government has to do is disagree with the conservative content. And this could happen to leftists if the shoe were on the other foot. If we allow censorship to go unchecked, it doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. If it falls out of favor with the powers that be, it will be eliminated. They will do things to demonetize, to deplatform, and to lower your reach so you can't get your message out. I've dealt with this myself. Those of you who follow this channel know that. The new Civil Liberties Alliance is serving as co-counsel. Mark Chenoweth, NCLA president and general counsel, said the federal government cannot do indirectly what the First Amendment forbids it from doing directly. The chilling censorship machinations alleged in this complaint will frighten all liberty-loving Americans to the core. As the lawsuit explains, the Daily Wire, the Federalist, and other conservative news organizations were branded unreliable or risky. That's right. The Federalist, Molly Hemingway, one of the best journalists out there, is now risky and unreliable. I don't think so. By the government-funded and government-promoted censorship enterprises, starving them of advertising revenue and reducing the circulation of their reporting and speech, all as a direct result of the State Department's unlawful censorship scheme. In addition to that, we've seen that other organization, I can't even remember its name right now, that the government funds to do the same thing, to provide, whether or not media companies are trustworthy. Okay. But the rating is all based on people who rate it. It's like scoring figure skating. It's all subjective. One judge scores it at a 9, the other at a 9.5. Which one's true? Well, that's all in the eye of the beholder. The best speech is free speech, people, and the best towels are my towels. That's right. MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack with the bow already on them for Christmas. Get your Christmas gifts from Mike Lindell using promo code Lumberjack at MyPillow.com /Lumberjack. Support the parallel economy and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.